going on, everyone? Happy Monday. It's Monday, right?
Yes.
I'm losing track of days. But welcome on into the Ryan Ripken Show. And here's the deal. We are live at the winter meetings. It is technically the first full day. Yesterday is where things kicked off. And what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to have three guests. But we're going to see how things progress, but also give you a little bit of an understanding of what teams are trying to accomplish. Obviously, when a lot of people are here, we're trying to get deals done. When deals get done, we talk about it. Mike's not on?
Sound a little funny. Some people can hear you, sound a little funny. Can you pull up on your iPhone or something?
Well,
sounds like you're a mile.
That's not good.
It could be the game you have to roll on, but I want it, but with the noise. I can hear you fine.
Yeah, but we can hear. Doesn't mean they can hear.
Sounds good to you?
You sound like you're swallowing. Yeah. Sound very distant. Sounds very distant. How do we make us undistant?
Turn up a little bit. It's very loud.
How about now? How about now? Background noise is pretty quiet.
Yeah, no kidding. Sounds good. I don't know. Turn it off.
Do we try using just the broadcaster video all in one?
Zach and Ryan sound like they're getting picked up, but Brian's not. I blame Ryan. Yeah, that's a good.
Video got better. Turn the mic on.
I can't.
Hold on.
Pause. Test. That sounds. I think that's the ticket.
Did you fix it?
I think I did.
Hello.
Somebody tell
How
me if you
about
can
now?
hear me.
There we
Hey.
go. But does it sound?
Does it sound better?
Can you hear?
Everybody says much better.
Much better. Brad is good.
Oh, I know.
There we go. No. Your mic's good.
No, I'm good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear people.
What about me?
Yes, I can hear people is plural.
Hey.
All right. Sports. All right, so we're back.
Yep.
Like we're back in action.
Yeah, it was because so it was the Roadcaster video that was jacking everything up.
Okay. So let's try this again.
Okay.
And before I actually do that, do we also have the local recording on by chance?
Yes.
Can we double check that real quickly? Because just in case the quality right here isn't as good, we can always make sure that we'll have the full video for you guys later on.
Yeah.
That's
local recordings on.
Local recordings on?
Listen, we don't have the best internet, okay? Don't have the best internet. It's getting there.
There's a lot of people here.
Yes. Give
So
us some
our
grace.
apologies.
Give us some grace. There's Harold's here.
No, he's going to do stuff with
Okay.
San Diego. But if you guys can hear me, let's get the show on the road on the show. We're live now. We've been live for about 8 minutes and 56 seconds, but now welcome on into the Ryan Ripken Show. This is where we go. And today, where we're going to hear is, or who you're going to hear from. We got 3 guests that are joining us. One, we're going to have Harold Reynolds, MLB Network. He's going to come on, talk about a whole bunch of things. Number 2, we're going to have Craig Albernaz, new manager of the Orioles, join us. You guys can hear from him first about what's happening here and a little bit behind the scenes, more so on what his plans are. And you guys can understand a little bit more of his background. For me, you understand where he came from the Guardians. It's going to be his first managerial opportunity. All of that's self-explanatory. But what's going to be happening next? Well, I think people want to hear a little bit more about what he's capable of doing and what he's learned along the stops with the Rays, the Giants, the Guardians, and now coming to Baltimore. And then new Twins manager, former Pirates manager, Derek Shelton's going to join to kind of give you a little bit of an understanding of what it's like to try to battle through. Again, the Pirates have had a lot of struggles. Twins are trying to find their identity, but Derek Shelton is a great baseball mind, and I think you're going to enjoy the conversations. And he might have a story or two about my Uncle Bill, apparently.
Oh.
So that is going to be very interesting. But with me, you heard Brad. Zach is also here. Bali.
How's it going? Good to be here. This is fun.
Welcome.
This is fun. We got it's another year of and another event of just kind of who's walking by.
Well,
Oh,
this
Brett
is your
Phillips walking.
first
Yeah.
winter meetings.
First winter meeting. So this is a lot of fun. Happy to be here. You know,
Yeah, are
give
you?
myself an applause.
What was your first? Okay, congrats. First opinion when you walked through the door.
John Heyman's taller than I thought. He
That
was the first person I saw when I walked in the door. So after that, that was my first opinion. Yeah, but no, it's been MLB Network has a really cool setup. Kind of initial thoughts. Needed caffeine immediately. We're running on fumes, but it's just this is what it's all about. This is why we play the games. This is why we do this for
Yeah.
the fun, for the love of it.
Yeah, not exactly, but to the point, it is fun.
Yeah.
It is a grind. Sometimes, and maybe I'll have to share this for the Rip After Dark. Sometimes you just have to. How would I put this? Sometimes you go for a story and it might lead to something or it might lead to absolutely nothing. That was kind of my morning this morning.
Yeah.
Late night, early wake up call. Let's just say I got my basketball in. I got some shots up, Zach. Did I tell you this?
No.
Well, we'll explain about this. Your boy was up at 4.
Same.
Yeah, but for different reasons. I was about to go drop 20, but my cardio is down. It's unacceptable. And I'll explain that more with Rip After Dark.
Yeah.
I can't give away all of that, but it was a great opportunity and conversation.
Brian got up very early to play basketball. What he's trying to say.
Yes.
With some
I did.
interesting people.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay.
Your boy was not doing that, though. No basketball over here for this guy. What
You
happened?
played hoops at 4 a.m.
No, I
Five.
got up to go play.
5:30.
So we are going to, what are we looking at? A white curtain? Yeah, well, we're going to eventually have more people here to talk to. I'm actually, right now, Zach, if you guys don't mind, at least the moves that have happened, can you guys explain to the audience real quickly why I can coordinate properly with our guest that we might be doing a little switcheroo on the time?
Oh.
So, Zach,
Okay.
Mike Soroka signed today with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, so earlier today, about 2 hours ago, it was announced that the Diamondbacks and right-handed pitcher Michael Soroka have agreed to a 1-year deal per multiple sources. I am looking for, it looks like a 1-year, $7.5 million deal. This is a guy where it is all about the upside. And we talk about with the Diamondbacks, obviously Corbin Burns. We'll see what happens there with his progress coming back. It doesn't look like the Diamondbacks are going to get back Zach Gallen, so we'll see how that plays out there. So they need pitching depth. Mike Soroka is a guy who, when he was coming up through the minors, younger in Major League Baseball, he was seen as maybe a future ace, a guy that could really take over a rotation, but injuries has been the story for him throughout his career. So really, if you're the Diamondbacks, this is a low risk, high reward move in my mind. I mean, Mike Soroka last season with the Nationals and the Cubs, able to get a total of 89 2/3 innings. That is the highest most he has pitched, since 2019. So only 1 year where he had more than 90 innings pitched. So if you're the Diamondbacks, you are looking at this solely for upside. You're hoping that he can stay healthy, because when he is healthy, I mean, early on in his career in 174 2/3 innings in 2019, he had a 2.68 ERA across 29 games. This is a guy with high upside. And I think this is honestly, and I don't just think, we know this is honestly the first domino to fall. I expect a lot of pitchers to go over the next few days. And really, I think, I don't want to say this is one of the lower end guys, but this isn't your Framber Valdez, your Ranger Suarez, Zach Gallen, any of those guys, but one starting pitcher off the board. Just, I thought he was standing over top.
Well, hey, you know what? Welcome to the winter meetings. This is what it's like. We just get up and we have to do things. So interesting stuff there for the Diamondbacks. I do wonder what that means for the Nationals moving forward. Other thing, obviously, we're going to have Craig Albernaz on here in a little while, in about 40 minutes. Is that still on, Ryan? 40 minutes? Am I still right with that?
What? Yes. So
Craig?
Confirmed. We're going to have Harold Reynolds in about 5 to 10 minutes here.
Okay.
And then we're going to have Craig Albernaz at 1 p.m.
Yep.
Talking a little bit more. Now, look, certain things right now when you're saying what's the roster construction, not going to have that answer of what things are going to be. Because I'm just, for our audience out there in general, what we do know is there are things rumbling. And the one thing that I'm actually looking forward to seeing, and I do believe something's going to happen here today. I do believe something will happen tomorrow, because once the first domino falls, I think you're going to start seeing other pitchers start to go. And that's the market here that we're waiting to see.
Yeah.
And it goes in a flurry. If I'm not mistaken, last year when we were in Dallas, we saw Max Fried signed.
Yes.
And then it felt like we even saw some more secondary pitchers signed. And that was, I think, Nathan Eovaldi even signed when we were in Dallas or right after the winter meetings. So you just need to get the ball rolling.
Well, Juan Soto, obviously.
I think, yes. But I meant for the pitching side, because the position player side, Schwarber and Tucker are the two big names, but it's going to vary a little bit overall. But the pitching, I think, is what a lot of teams need the most. Like, if you're going to go after this bat, Schwarber, Tucker, there are smaller amounts of teams that are going to be interested there. The pitching side, everybody needs pitching. Now, not everyone's going to go after the top pitchers, but that sets up the market for who you're going to go after next. So I'm really curious to see where it's going to go here, and excited of what's going to happen as we move forward. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. We're live here at the winter meetings, making it an experience for each and every one of you. And we understand with the video quality, we will be working on it, but also after the fact, the local recording will be able to have a fresh, clean cut. So when we clip up this interview, don't worry, you're going to have it out there.
Yep.
And it's all going to be
relax,
okay.
people.
Yeah.
Relax. You
know what? It's all good. But here we are, 12:21. And for those that you guys talk a little bit more about like how winter meetings, everything that's going on here as a whole.
Not yet.
So shall I elaborate a little bit more?
Elaborate.
Because Zach's new to this, Brad.
Yes.
It's a whole different world. There's a lot of different.
World.
That was you singing, huh?
That was, yeah.
Well, we are at Disney, so technically.
Hey, how
would
about that?
fit.
That would.
So here, there's a lot of different possibilities that you can do. So here, there's people that are looking for jobs. There are certain kind of conventions. There are minor league meetings, major league meetings, and then there's the teams and the agents that have their own meetings. And then, by the way, all these media groups are getting on camera here or talking to someone just like we are. That's how this whole infrastructure. To my right, the A's cast. That's for the Vegas A's now, the Athletics. That's where Harold Reynolds is right next to us. To our
sack.
The sack.
Sack.
To our other side, on my left, we got Sirius XM. And that's where they're running the show constantly. And our friend of the show, friend of the program, Jim Duquette, was over there doing his thing. And then Yes Network, so
He's
on.
still
and so
doing his
forth.
thing. He's grinding over there.
That dude's a tough worker.
He was on for 3 hours last night. He's back at it again today.
Oh yeah. So I see you here, Tim. Do you think the Orioles make a big splash early? I think that's what a lot of people are wondering. I think that's the biggest question here.
Yeah.
Why? Because you feel a need, especially in the department. And I think what people want to see with the move, it's not just that you sign a big name. I think it's the commitment moving forward. So I've had a chance, Zach, to talk with a few other executives so far being down here. And there's no doubt there's a difference with how teams spend and their philosophy. We talk about how you spend money with a philosophy with some of the bigger markets. Let's just use the Phillies because they've done it. There is a no limitation. They're going to go out and get free agents. In places like Baltimore, while they're saying there's blank checks, there are still some sorts of limitations because you're fighting these big markets. You're fighting the reason why you need to come here. And then also you have younger talent that you have to evaluate. So Gunnar, Westberg, Rogers, Bradish, where do you evaluate when it comes to this free agent market? And are you going to overpay? And I think that's the part is, are the Orioles going to be at the table? We've heard all the rumors, guys, but I think, Brad, until it comes to fruition, everyone's going to just be sitting here wondering the what if.
100%. But I will say that the front office has said, and Rubenstein himself also said that spending money wasn't going to be a problem, even if it meant that they would have to go into the red a little bit. So it seems to me that the money isn't the issue.
Yep.
It's just how the money gets spent and what it goes towards. I honestly think, and I hope that for the fans' sake, that there is a major signing, whether it's Suarez, whether it's Valdez. A big starting pitcher needs to be signed before spring training starts, and whether that happens today or not, or this week, we'll see. But to restore faith in the fans, a move like that has to be made. And if they can tack on a big bat, as Mike Elias has expressed the needs there, I think that it further boosts the confidence there too. Something has to be done, especially on the starting pitcher side, at the very least.
Starting pitcher side, then you're to look to the bullpen. I mean, here's the other part. What number does a guy like Robert Suarez and Diaz command? Now that you've seen guys get $17 million a year, and like a guy like Devin Williams with the year that he had last year. And look, I'm a big believer in Devin Williams. The talent's there. Had the down year. I'm buying that he's going to bounce back.
Yeah.
But Robert Suarez and Diaz have proved that they are bona fide closers, and teams that want to win, the market's now been set. So what's the market going to be set at? And then what's the market going to look like when, let's just say then for the bats, like Kyle Tucker and Kyle Schwarber and Bo Bichette? I think they're three different angles of players.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Schwarber is going to be a shorter term deal, in my opinion. Maybe what gets enticed is a longer commitment. And when I mean shorter commitment, I don't think Kyle gets a deal that's longer than 4 years, maybe 5.
Yeah.
But everyone else, Tucker, Bichette, they're getting 5+, in my opinion. Pete Alonso is that guy that probably would be in the Schwarber category that I don't know if a team wants to commit more than 5, probably 4 again, 3. He wants the commitment. He wants the money.
Right.
And I think he's worth that for the years. But I don't think we're going to see a situation where it's like Chris Davis. So, Harold.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ready. Wait,
Man, excuse me. Got like
big lights. Have you seen your spot over there?
Hey, Harold.
you know what? You texted me a while back.
Yeah,
I didn't get back to you, man.
I'm sorry. I'm being like my Uncle Bill now. That's not texting me
I
back.
pulled a Bill Ripken on you.
Okay, you comfortable though?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Hey, we're just chatting. So that's it.
Let's go.
All right. How many
All right,
winter
let's
meetings?
go.
So for those that don't know, it's Harold Reynolds played a long time. You just do a tip of the cap.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good to see you, Harold. Good to see you, man.
Right.
All right. You've been doing this for a while. Do you have any of your favorite memories started off at the winter meetings?
Winter meetings?
Over the time.
I
Could
think
be an embarrassing story. Could be fun.
Mike Fallen. No, I think the biggest ones are like Albert Pujols signing. You know, A-Rod with $252 million. You know, I've been coming a long time, man, to these things. So that's what stands out when I look back at winter meetings.
Do you remember with the A-Rod? Because I know that the documentary came out, and that was the deal that changed the game.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember sitting there? Like, what was your emotions when you saw that happen?
$252 million was like, what? What? Did they get that wrong? That was the first thing that I thought about was the number, obviously. And then Alex showing up because you know I knew Alex since he was 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
And watched him play in Seattle through his years and spent a lot of time with him and got to know him quite well. And I think, you know, the closest contract to that I'd heard is like $100 million. You know, so it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it changed the game. Contracts were a lot bigger. I know there we go.
There you go.
I know at the time, I got a couple family members that might have been liked that investment in players to start in the 90s or the 80s, right?
Yeah.
But that's the evolution of the game.
doubt.
And the game is evolving. It's more challenging. Guys are throwing harder. There's more injuries. And where I'm kind of going with this, now let's talk about with this winter meetings, because people put a value on the analytics of how long are you going to perform.
Right.
Injuries to pitchers, it's not a matter of if, it's a when. In your mind here, with some of these top guys that are available, so let's look at the guys like Framber, Ranger. What do you think a correct deal would be for those guys on a lengthwise? I think 5 to 6 is kind of what they want. That's the pushback. And then the other side for a hitter, it's a long-winded answer, but Pete Alonso, guy posts every year.
Yeah. 162,
162. He's getting, you feel like 100 ribbies, 30, 40 jacks.
Yeah.
But you're worried about the longevity of a guy like that. How do you maybe value that when it comes to some of these guys that would make an impact, but it's over how long and how much money?
Well, the pitchers are a crapshoot. You know, you look at Corbin Burns, right?
Yeah.
I think, okay, this guy's going to turn around Arizona. He's giving them great years. He's going to be there. And first thing you know, he's out with Tommy John. So you don't know when it's going to happen. You said it's probably inevitable because of the way they train and what they do. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to go a long time with pitchers, but I'm not writing the contracts. And one of the reasons they end up having long-term deals, the way they're getting the long deals, is because everybody's bidding on them.
Yeah.
So that's great for you as the player. You have people bidding on you. But I would say you're going to get probably 5 good years out of a pitcher in the length of the contracts without here comes a hiccup, here comes an injury, and he's not able to come back and be the guy that you signed that particular day. And there's a position player, and we'll take Pete Alonso. I think Pete is not getting what he's worth. To play 160 games and just be able to write that in the lineup every day is phenomenal. I've heard, they're worried about his defensive metrics and things like that. It's a simple solution for me. Stand him next to the base. He's not a second baseman. They keep moving him out towards second base and throwing the pitchers on the run.
Right.
Just have him go stand next to the base.
Yeah.
And now you're going to get your value and you'll get your defense covered. So I think Pete will probably end up with a 3 or a 4-year deal, but he'd be a guy for me that I'd be willing to give 5 years to.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to find that value, and some people want to then devalue because of what you think he can be or what he will be.
Yeah.
But not what he's helping you with right now, and that is you need
Well,
to
they're
win.
kind of caught in the middle because before it was like, well, we're going to pay for what you've done and hope you can continue. Now it's like, we're going to pay for what we think your projected numbers will be.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like you look back at our Pujols' contract, you know, the Angels got him for 10 years. I don't think they sat there and said, we're getting the guy who was a rookie of the year and MVP in 01 and moving forward and all that stuff. By the time this contract's done, 10 years after they signed him, I don't remember the years. The last year was what, 22 or something like that deal? You know, but he's not going to be that same guy that you saw when he was 19.
Right. You hope that it's going to pay off and you win a championship. If you win a championship, I think people are going to go, hey, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that point up because there's a team in Baltimore, and I've heard this, lived it.
Yeah.
When are they going to spend? Because you have to believe it to see it. And whether the Orioles have a 5 or 6 year deal on any table for any of these pitchers, they go out and get Pete Alonso. I don't think it's the matter of if they last. I think Oriole fans would say, get a guy, and if we win next year, I don't care if he does anything. Because, Harold, it's been, you know how long it's been since the Orioles have been to the World Series?
Oh, man, the World Series, that's probably what?
42 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
there was a young Calvin Edwin Ripken Jr. that was like, man, this baseball thing's easy. And he's like, oh, I won MVP. We won it. We're going to go back and win the World Series. Hadn't been back since.
Wow.
So in your mind, are you a believer that Mike Elias this year, something's going to change here in Baltimore? Or do you still have a little bit of skepticism on how they're going to approach it?
Well, I thought they missed their window a couple of years ago, you know, because now Toronto is legit.
Yeah.
And once you taste it, you're going to spend. And Boston's already come back. They've had their up, down. Now they're back on another upswing. The Yankees are going nowhere. So when the Orioles made that great run a couple of years ago, they missed their window. If they take that all the way to the end, they infuse more money. They infuse more into that organization. And so I think he's got a little more of an uphill battle than he did even when he took the club over a few years ago, because it's just the other teams have gotten better.
Yep.
It's going to be tough.
Well, some would say the Crochet deal last year, hypothetically, the Birds got him.
Yeah.
How much differently we could be looking at the Orioles and the AL.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, the Blue Jays, man, they're humming.
I wanted to trade Jackson Holiday for Crochet, and everybody thought I was nuts.
Well,
I think it's a pretty good deal.
Nuts, though, Harold.
I think it's a pretty good deal. Different reasons, but I look back at it, and I still think that was a pretty good deal because starting pitching is so hard to find.
Right.
It just is to have that guy that's the dude, that's the leader, the ace that's going to get you those wins.
Yeah. And they need the pitching. You pitch, you can win games. And then you got to execute in the postseason. Blue Jays were so damn good. 2-strike approach. They made things happen. ERA, they weren't great last year. They were right. They were great in the right moments in the postseason.
Yeah.
But then Vlad Guerrero Jr., Ernie Clement, they were clutch.
But if you look at the Blue Jays, it started when they said, we're going to spend $700 million on Shohei Ohtani. Hold it, what? They're really thinking about forward thinking that we're going to win this division for a while and we're going to World Series.
Yeah.
That changes the whole clubhouse. That changes the whole organization. Yeah. That, okay, wow, they were seriously about Ohtani. And so now they make the moves that they make. They bring in some different players. They make some trades. It's real. Yeah. And their players are saying, we got a legitimate shot. That's why I don't think they were a one and done to the World Series. Yeah. This run is going to be legit. It's going to be another 5 years. They're going to be fighting. And they've changed the division. Yeah. And if you don't, we always talk about the Yankees and the Red Sox. Toronto's got a whole country.
Yeah.
They got a whole country. All right.
They are Canada's team.
Yes. And so their revenues are as good as anybody's in the game.
Mark Shapiro talked about that when I had him on last year. He's like, hey, people don't think we're a big market. Like, we're not just a big market. We are the market in Canada. Yeah. And they're fun. There's an energy and there's a belief that they can get people coming over there. I'll let you go here in a second, but can you, last thing before you go, you got to give me an Uncle Bill story. You spent a lot of time with him. Okay.
I'll tell you, it's hard to have a funny story with him. He's so dang serious with me. He messes.
because I think
he
he
busts
has-
on everybody.
I think he
else.
has to because you're the loose cannon. You're coming in here. Am I wrong with that?
No, you're not wrong.
If
You're not
he
wrong.
if he was joking the way that you joke, I'm afraid what would happen. I know
he
that
has to have guardrails because Bill's got a lot of ammo, man. But I think the one thing when I think of Bill, first thing comes to mind for me is this guy's a baseball savant. I mean, he is your grandfather. He is a combination of your grandpa and your dad. He's like the baseball. If I was a Frankenstein put together to shook him up, he comes up with Bill. He's got every drill. He's got every little thing because he wasn't gifted to the ends like Cal.
Right.
Not that Cal wasn't fundamentally sound and all those things. And I'll tell you a story about Cal in a second. But Bill had to work. Really had to work. Had to learn how to hit. Had to learn how to do all the simple things. And he had to be fundamentally sound to get to the big leagues.
Yeah.
Your dad. So we're playing in Oakland. Early BP. There's a million Cal stories I could tell, but this is about the greatness and the essence of his power. Okay. So we have early BP and Brooks Robinson and Frank Robinson fly in town because your dad's struggling. I know they didn't come to see me. They came to see him. And I know this for a fact because when Cal finished hitting, they left. All right. So they come in early BP. And so we're in Oakland. I'm like, oh man, Frank and Brooks, this is gonna be great. I'm just new with the Orioles. It's early in the year. I'm gonna get to work with Frank and Brooks. This is gonna be amazing. So we go out. First hitter is Cal. They set a tee down on the plate, and Brooks is standing on one side, and Frank's standing next to Brooks, and they're in the left-hand box, and Cal's standing there, and he's in the squat or he's standing up. I don't remember. And they put a ball on the tee. He takes a couple swings, and they put a ball down. They talk for a second or two, and he adjusts something, and they put a ball down. Boom, he takes another swing. He starts hitting balls into the seats in Oakland. Ba-boom, take a swing. Ba-boom, into the seats. He goes left center, right center. I could not believe it. I couldn't hit a ball out of that place thrown to me. He's doing it off the tee. And as soon as he finished, there must have about 300 balls spread out all over the field. And ball boys are running around, the extra hitters. And pretty soon they walk out. Another ball boy walks out, and he hands them, eats a towel and the water. They put it on. They all walk off. And I'm like, hey, why I got to hit with Greg Biagini? That's why I'm hitting 200. No, sorry, Greg.
Hey, in my mind, they came to see you. One thing's for certain. Okay, Calvin, he did it. He played a lot of games. He was pretty good. He was we're gonna say the better basketball player in the family. I'm gonna take that one.
Oh, you taking that? All right.
Right now, I played this morning. Could have been better, Harold, but that's for a different time.
Can you take him right now too?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Did I tell you I broke his nose the 8th time?
No.
Yeah. He guessed right, but then he reached. Bam.
Oh man, you got him.
I got him.
But one thing you teach.
But one thing you got him, I think you're a little bit more agile, more mobile. You're definitely friendlier than him though, too. And you dress better. That's a good little get up you got going on.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
you got
that.
one size XL?
I'll work on it. I can hook you up.
You can?
I can hook you up. I got so many Cal stories flooding my mind. I'd love to do this all day.
Well, in a future, so I can let you go. Can you answer my text or call one time?
I will answer your text. Hey, man, I'm sorry. I got a little Bill Ripken in me. It got to me.
It's a Ripken habit. I'm bad with it too.
I apologize.
Hey.
So you're here, everybody. I apologize.
That's right.
That's all I want. Harold apologize. Is that to me? Are you apologizing to me?
To Ryan.
Oh man. No, we're done for the day. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, Harold. Appreciate
Hey, brother. Thank you.
I'll get it.
Harold Reynolds, everybody. Hey, pleasure meeting. If you guys like that interview, hit that thumbs up. I'm sure Harold will be back at some point. We've been trying to get him. We actually had him scheduled for an interview a year and a half ago, and had a technical snafu, and then now we finally got him back in person. So I guess that's better than doing it virtually.
I tell him too, everything goes wrong. It's his fault.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Harold.
Oh,
Harold's
is
great.
My collar was my collar.
Yeah, everybody. I wasn't gonna do it while you were talking.
I was trying to give signals
Build
from
character.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we'll get Harold for a full interview in the future. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But the bigger thing here, I thought it was important to talk about contract length, and I brought it up to him because that is such a driving force now more than ever.
Yeah.
He mentioned the Albert Pujols contract.
Mhm.
Guys don't like to do that.
No.
Like the Juan Soto deal is an anomaly.
Well, that was because it was 750,000 or
750, but also because of Juan Soto's age.
Right.
So for every one of Juan Soto, there's going to be 30, 40, 50 other deals. I'm lying. It's 100 other deals.
Yeah.
When you look at it. To say Gunnar gets a 10-year deal down the road, how many deals are going to be made from now until Gunnar Henderson gets a deal? It's going to be a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And it's not going to be 10-year deals. The other part, though, is fascinating. He loves Pete Alonso. He thinks he's undervalued. I thought that. I agree with him 100%. I think if Pete goes to Boston, Boston's the front runner in the American League for me.
without a doubt.
Without a doubt, with what they have
Yeah.
in their offense.
I mean, there's just something to be said about a guy who can just drive in runs. And we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
It is an art to drive in runs. You see some of these guys, Gunnar Henderson, I think one of the most talented players in the league. Yes, a lot of things happening around him in the lineup last year that were not ideal, not as many guys on base, but only 62 RBIs. You get a guy like, hey, that's why they wanted Taylor Ward, guy over 100 RBIs. Guys that can drive in runs and get a guy in from third with less than 2 outs and don't need a single. You know, we always talk about, the little things in baseball. And actually, I'm excited to hear Albernaz talk about that because it's something that he has stressed. And it is something that starts with, hey, there's a guy on third and 1 out. We don't need a single here. We don't need a homer here. Hit a fly ball, hit a grounder to the shortstop. Let's get that run in. And if you do that 100 times in a season, all of a sudden you look up and you've won 10, 15 more games than you did the year before when you were unable to capitalize in those situations. So I agree. I think there's just this, sometimes even as fans and people who watch the game and, obviously we follow and analyze it, sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle when you're going through. Everyone talks about OPS, home runs, batting average, things like that. There's something, the lost art, I don't want to say lost art, but the art of driving in runs is so important. Are we getting a full outfit change
Whoop,
now?
whoop. Watch out. Jacket's coming off.
We're going more casual for Skip.
Let's put this on.
Oh, that makes
Yeah, that's fine.
all right. I like it.
Just leave it as is.
I like it, Picasso.
And I will say, the hairline's high, but the hair looks good today. That's all.
No, don't bother with that. Don't bother with that. Just leave your polo as is.
And also, Tim, yeah, we 6 a.m. flight, or I guess 6:50 a.m. flight. We got here. We're
Yeah.
that
I realize I'm rocking all black,
Yeah.
but it's like charcoal.
I said that to you, and you looked at me puzzled. I was like, "Oh, the all black fit," and you were like, "What are you talking about?" And now you looked at me like I was crazy. You were like, "Okay, my bad."
Oh yeah, we're freaking rocking here, fellas. We are rolling, and it's a great day down here at the winter meetings. We appreciate you guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button.
We got
do this live
quite a few people watching. 172.
just on YouTube.
Just on
Got a
YouTube.
lot on Facebook, a lot on X. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're gonna have in about 15 minutes. Greg Albernaz is going to join us.
In 14 minutes.
14 minutes. He's going to join us.
Yep.
Not a minute earlier, maybe, and not a minute later.
We saw Bordy. I think he wanted to say, hey,
Who?
Bordy.
Mike Borders?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I talked
When
to
you
him
were
for a
talking with
second.
Harold.
He was just walking when Harold hopped on. He came over.
Oh.
We talked for a sec. I'm
I'll-
sure
I'm
he'll
gonna-
make
I'm
his
gonna-
way
I'll
back
text
over.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a fun energy around here.
Yeah, so it's a lot more relaxed than like the Super Bowl Radio Row is.
Yes.
Radio Row is, I mean, obviously it's the NFL, but it's just a way different vibe. But like here, it's like anybody's walking around, and it's like I said, just way more relaxed.
I feel like, not saying that we obviously don't enjoy Super Bowl and all of that, because it's absolutely incredible, but I feel like I can sit back and enjoy this, whereas the Super Bowl, we were like,
Yeah,
go find this person. Let's go get the,
Yeah.
so-and-so can do a 15-minute thing right now.
well, it was because of all of the firepower that was. I mean, there was just like so many different celebrities, and it's just like, holy shit, when are we ever going to see these people again? So it was just like,
overwhelming at times.
yeah,
And the other part too, like here, there's so many different people that are here for different reasons. At Radio Row, Media Row at the Super Bowl, yes,
deals weren't being done, that week.
but there's
People weren't
deals,
looking for
there's
jobs.
job interviews.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
the media workroom that's right over
Yeah.
there, and also then like there's space then truly away where we can sit here and have some conversations.
Yep.
So it's been great. We're excited about what this week or the next 2 days are going to unfold. We'll be here all day today, all day tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'm hoping we're going to see the first big deal go down here at the Winter Meetings. Last year, it happened on Sunday night when we got in. This year, still dormant, which is expected. And by expected, I think you should, whatever you expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
It could happen any second, but this isn't unusual.
No.
The reality is a lot of moves can happen not here. Like with how technology was when the Winter Meetings was initially created, right? It was a place where the baseball world comes together. But now when it comes to deals, if owners and GMs and agents, they could get ready and do their thing from wherever, technically, but there's a camaraderie. I like that. I like that it's whole groups together. It's kind of like a big party later where you get to decompress, but it's not the chaos that you see with Super Bowl. I love both. They're both great, but they are different.
All right, because we're talking about it, we just talked about it. Okay, hopefully we see the first big move here soon. Let's get some predictions. Ryan, I want a prediction right now. We're just
Hypothetical.
Straight off vibe. Who is your prediction? You don't have to get super. Who's the first big name to go off the board?
I still think it's Framber. I think Framber has to set that. But I will say, for the Orioles, I still am very bullish that Ranger Suarez will be a Baltimore Oriole. Like I'm very. If I'm going to do a prediction, that's my prediction.
Yeah,
Ranger Suarez to Baltimore. I just think it fits the portfolio and the persona of what they're trying to do. I would like to think that Pete Alonso would be the first big bat, but I think that that's being weighted out. Someone's going to have to really be aggressive, and there's probably a lot of offers coming to Scott Boras that probably they're looking for more.
Yeah.
Schwarber should be the first name off. Like he should.
Well, I mean, Tucker.
I would argue it's still Schwarber because it's a team that's going to try to win right now, and it's a shorter commitment. Now, could he go to the Reds or the Pirates? I'm having a hard time seeing it. I know
I will say I see Cincinnati. I don't see. I think he could be convinced of the Cincinnati core.
I mean, who's to say that these guys don't go back to where they came from? I mean, like, will the Mets actually sign back the polar bear?
He's going to want.
They have the money to spend.
He's going to want probably $40 million. And he's not going to get $40 million a year, but he wants $40 million a year. And he's going to want a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
So does he take less and say it's $30 million a year, but you get 5 years, or it's 40 or 35 million, you get 4? I don't. Last year he signed a 3-year deal, but the opt out, and it was a $30 million contract, right? And he went and had the year that he had. He's looking to increase that by 10 mil.
Yeah.
That's why I look at Kyle Schwarber, because what's Kyle going to do? He is going to DH next year. He's a little bit older.
Without question. Yeah.
He's a left-handed bat. He's the best left-handed bat. Go to a team that wants to win right now. There are limited options on that side. And he will get 40. I think Kyle Schwarber will get 35 to 40 easy. I'd be shocked if it's less. I think 40 mil is right in the sweet spot for Kyle Schwarber. 4 for 160, I think, would be very intriguing. Maybe even 4 for 180. People might think that's a lot of money. It is. But his intangibles of what he brings to the table is something I think teams have to really look closely at. So, Zach, yes, that's my prediction. Are you different with that?
So your prediction was Schwarber goes first?
Of position players, Schwarber, I think he has to go first, but I think Ranger is the prediction.
I was just gonna say I
if
kind of feel like
Fram-
you cheated off my test, even though I didn't tell you. I'm gonna go Bolden, obviously. Yes, a little biased, but it just seems like there's so much smoke around Ranger and the Orioles. We just got John Heyman just tweeted out actually like 4 minutes ago that the Orioles are in on Ranger Suarez. I'm going to go bold. I'm going to say by the time we leave here today, Ranger Suarez is a Baltimore Oriole.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I believe in my plums, it's going to be Ranger.
All right.
That would
Ranger
be
to
sick.
Baltimore is what we're going with, and we're going to replay this clip when it happens or it doesn't happen. But I think you got to look at the constructions of teams right now, and let's go through the AL East when Harold just talked about that. And I'm glad he mentioned the Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays have said, screw it, we're going to spend, but they also have created an infrastructure of guys that are gritty, they're tough, and they've increased their pitching side of it. So they're in. No doubt about it. When you look around the rest of the AL East, proven stars on teams, and they have a good blend then to help them get to the next level. Where I'm going with this is Baltimore is one of those teams that they have a blend of young talent, but it's not the veteran stars that have been proven yet. Jordan Westberg, I think, is. But he's got to be healthy. Gunnar is. But I think his best years are still ahead of him. Outside of those two players going into next year, you cannot slate in that anyone's guaranteed to be that guy.
No.
You can hope, but you don't know. So how do you get way better?
Yeah.
I think one of those moves is a Ranger Suarez, because dependability, consistency, I think that brings this level of belief to a team that just needs someone to post up each time. And if people you say, well, that's Framber, Ryan. Great. Framber, for the reasons he's going to get more, and for the reasons if you're worried about the fit, that's something that you're going to have to look at.
Yeah.
Ranger to me just makes the most sense. Dependability, efficiency, consistency, and I think there's less drama. That feels like a Baltimore Oriole move. And you know what? I think he's going to get a good deal. I think he gets 160. Like 5 years and he gets, or 5 or 6 years and he gets 30 million, 25, 30 million.
Yeah.
I think is a fair, comparable deal for him.
I think so too. I think, what's up?
Oh, I was going to say real fast, because we actually had it brought up in the chat as well. Does his decrease in velo, now he's never been a guy that has head fuzz. He's not throwing cheddar. He really has always stayed in that 90 to 92 kind of top out. Last year, dipped down his average fastball is around 90.5 miles an hour. Does that concern you at all with Ranger Suarez? Or I think we've kind of talked about before that he's a guy who knows how to get outs without that, and he's never been a guy who's needed to rely on his fastball. So is that something when you're looking at it and going, no, it's less risk because he's always been a guy who's known how to pitch without that kind of heat?
He knows how to pitch. It's exactly it. Look at the staff right now, and I'm seeing it right now from Nick Notain. Appreciate.
I was just about to say that. Like,
so look at this.
Suarez,
right now.
Bradish, Rogers as your top three.
So here's the part that I love. Suarez, Bradish, Rogers, two really consistent guys with an ace potential Cy Young guy in Bradish.
Yeah.
So if Rogers is 70% of what he was last year,
yeah,
with that trio, that's going to push any trio in baseball.
Oh yeah.
Now, if we're looking at stuff, Ranger doesn't have the stuff that Dylan Cease has, or Zach Gallen has, or even Framber Valdez. But it's about pitching. And I think the Orioles don't have enough guys that just pitch like that. Now, the upside of guys like Kramer, I'm still a big Dino fan. Dino, we're going to work on how you pitch in April. We figure that out, dude. You're going to be balling. But that
and in the first inning.
I was going to say, if we can just somehow get the entire team, like the entire Orioles organization, to just the entire month of April, every calendar around Camden Yards just says it's May, Dino might win the Cy Young.
Well, Dean in the first inning jacks also. Figure that out too.
That's it.
It's so true. I mean, Dean's been a guy that
I love Dean.
You know, and I've talked about this so many times when Kevin and Zach react. You'll look at Dean's bad starts and you'll be like, crap, he went 6 innings, gives up 5 runs. And then you look at it and you're like, okay, he gave up 4 runs in the first or 4 runs in the second. And then the other 6 innings, he was lights out.
Yeah.
Like, it is always, when he has a quote unquote bad game, it's a blow up inning. If he gets, even just helps himself and can limit the blow up innings, that's a guy who he could easily have a 3.1, a 3.2 ERA over the course of a season. He eats innings, and you know what you're going to get from him. I know people are obviously, everyone wants the high end. They want the aces and stuff. If Dean Kramer is your number 5, I'm telling you right now, you have a damn good rotation, because that's a guy that any team in Major League Baseball would look at Dean Kramer and say, hey, that's a guy we would want at the back end of our rotation, because he gets the job done. You know he's going out there every 5 days, and you know he's going to get you 5-6 innings. Number of times this season that I said after a bad Dean Kramer start, hey, this could have been a lot worse, but Dean fought through 6 innings. Like, a lot of pitchers are out of this in the second inning, and the bullpen is screwed because of it for the next few days. Dean doesn't care. Mentally, next inning, okay, new game. He gets through 6, and a lot of times, how many times have we said best part about a starting pitcher is giving your guys an opportunity to win? Even if he gives up 4 in the first inning, how many times is Dean Kramer, you look up and it's the 6th inning, they still only have 4, and now the Orioles have 3, and you're like, hey, this is a ball game because Dean stuck this out.
Yeah.
And the other part, too, with this, the American League East specifically. Guys, last year, when as runs per game, or total runs, I should say, New York Yankees led all of baseball last year in total runs, 849.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Jays were 4th in baseball. Red Sox were 7th. So right there's 3 of the top 7 teams reside in the American League East when it comes to driving in runs or runs scoring. You know, who's 15th then was the Rays.
Yeah.
So all 4 of the Orioles division rivals are in the top 15 in runs scored last year. And why is this important? Why is it important to have guys that can pitch? Because if you have great stuff but you don't locate, these teams are going to make you pay. That's why they had the years that they had, specifically Boston, New York, and Toronto. Tampa, I'm still buying. They're going to be fine. But overall, that is something that you got to keep in mind here. And I would rather depend on knowing what I have and knowing a guy that understands pitching in a tough division. And I know we're going to say, well, the NL East, Ryan, it's kind of down. Well, guess what? The Braves were contending to beat them every year. And the Mets were NLCS the year prior. Last year, they underperformed, but those lineups can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So battle-tested is something that I like with Ranger Suarez, and I think that that's something you can't undervalue.
I mean, the postseason. Let me pull up real fast, but I believe he has a 1.81 postseason ERA. Yeah, so in the playoffs, in 11 career games, he has I lied. I'm so sorry. He has a 1.48 ERA in 11 games over 42 2/3 innings in the postseason. How many times have we talked about, and I'm not just talking about with the Orioles here, a guy like Yamamoto, these guys, before obviously like a Madison Bumgarner, those are the extremes, but you need guys who are not afraid of the big moment. And they're going, hey, game 1 of the ALDS, game 1 of the ALCS, hell, game 5, game 6 of the ALCS, we got to win this to advance. They're saying, I want the ball and I know what I can do. And that confidence and knowing that they can have success. Some guys are just playoff performers. Like, it just, there's no rhyme or reason. Some guys, when the lights are the brightest, they get the job done. And that's been Ranger Suarez's MO since the moment he stepped onto the mound in majors.
Excellent point, Zach.
I tried.
And you know what's also excellent? Is that Craig Albernaz is walking over here. He's on his way. So momentarily, we will have Orioles' new manager, Craig Albernaz, going to sit down, have a little, hey, how you doing conversation with him and talk about, hey, welcome to the Baltimore Orioles.
Should we have like bought him Duncan? That'd have been like
Should I ask him if he runs on Duncan?
I think so.
We can think about that.
Yeah. Maybe,
We can think
maybe
about
not like the first question. I don't know if you hit him with that first. Actually, maybe
That'd be a nice little icebreaker, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's always a good little icebreaker. Well, you know, one thing I'm going to ask him about minor league stories. He spent time and grinding through. So I'm excited to talk to Craig Albernaz, new manager of the Baltimore Orioles here. So we'll see him momentarily. He's speaking to the media, I think, at 2 p.m. today. So you'll see more. But right here, you're seeing it first. Craig Albernaz down at the winter meetings, joining us here to talk some shop here as it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see why he was so highly coveted. I've heard all amazing things about him.
Yeah.
The persona. He wants to try to find a way that is Orioles baseball. I think that is going to be a hell of an experience.
I do need your face closer to the microphone. I need your face closer to the microphone. I need you to talk into the microphone.
Am I not talking in the microphone?
No, you keep moving your face.
You're doing the thing where you keep looking.
So should I look this way? Should I look that way? Well, I'm going to have to look this way.
Yeah, look.
Which is fine. I just need you to be closer to the mic.
I think.
Almost eating it. Don't eat it, but almost eating it.
Let me put this back in because I can't.
I had to turn the gain down because of the noise, so I just need you to be closer.
So speak right into the microphone.
Yes.
Should I tell Craig that?
No, because it's pointing right at his face. Like Harold did not move, although he's a professional.
Yeah, I was going
So-
to say
Thumbs up for Harold.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
He's a very good kid.
He's a good kid. And you guys are good kids. And speaking of good kids, if you want to be a channel member here, click that join button, become a good kid or become a Rips Better kid. We appreciate that. Again, it helps us continue to build and give you guys more content here. That's our goal here as we move forward on the Ryan Ripken Show. We're trying to scale up. We're excited about 2026. And this is one of the final chapters of our 2025 year. But shirts and pants, we got a lot of things in place for 2026, which should be great to see. And it's starting to fill up. I feel like
Lots of traffic.
Crowded over there with traffic.
Yeah.
A little bit less over there. A little bit softer now. A little bit louder now. Hey. You know that one?
yeah.
Jump.
Or jump.
Set up and jump. Now, did you watch Troy yet?
No.
Oh yeah. Did you watch
Actually, I should have watched it on the
on the plane?
plane.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to do that on our way back.
Yeah.
It's a good scene. Some good scenes. Great scenes.
Hector.
Who was just telling us about like 300 being like Spartans?
Somebody was telling us that?
About?
Oh, it was wasn't it Billick?
Yeah. Brian Billick.
Yeah.
Brian Billick, good kid.
Yep.
We're not going to we're not gonna bring up what happened yesterday.
No, nothing happened yesterday.
No.
This is, I know a lot of people say, hey, do more baseball. Today is just baseball.
It is just baseball today.
Just baseball.
We don't need to talk about football.
We don't need to talk about.
We really don't.
We don't. What's a touchdown? What's not a touchdown? We don't know. But what we do know is
What's
the
a
winter
catch?
meetings are here.
What is the catch actually? Because I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
What's possession actually?
I'm excited to see. I mean, like I'll just say it. I'm excited to see what fit Albernaz got on because he's every time like his opening day presser, he had the Jordans on. Like he's put some pretty good fits together.
You know, it's funny. We saw Hyder last night, and it's always the button down in jeans.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a button down, the sleeves rolled up in jeans. That's what he's always wearing.
It's a staple look.
Yeah.
I was about to say, you think Craig Albernaz, you think Albie's wearing all black?
That would be hilarious if he
If we're
was.
matching.
If you guys are matching.
He probably has like an Oriole pin or something with him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so people know that he actually works for the Orioles.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing
In case
that
they get it
myself.
confused.
Well, I was thinking about I should have had the Ryan. I could have we should get a Ryan Ripken Show logo on like a polo shirt.
Yeah.
That's a 2026 operation.
Okay. We can do that.
We'll think about it. And we'll continue to make decisions here. But while we're still waiting, and as soon as like I want to get into another subject, I see him coming over. That's it. I just had to start. I had to threaten that we were going to talk about something else. So let me. He's not wearing all black, by the way.
He's not. So
damn. So
yeah.
we're not going to be matching.
Nope.
Got the orange laces on.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, cool. Well, I'll get this set up. I forgot my Peaky Blinders hat.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up. Then we'll rock and roll.
All right.
Grab
Yep.
Handle.
Pause, everybody, as the handshakes and pleasantries happen. I'll probably have to get up here too. I don't know. Nope. We're good.
This right here is good. Right here is good.
Put the shit on silent.
Good. Well, okay. So we'll start this off easy because I think you and I can relate to this, and it's a good icebreaker. Minor league stories. You spent some time in the minor leagues. I see that.
Hell yeah.
I see the eye roll right there.
Yeah.
So you have one minor league story to start off that maybe you would be willing to share throughout all the time you've spent.
First of all, I got to think of one that I can actually share and that can be on live.
That's really up to you. I get it though. You can be PG.
Yeah.
I can be.
You're right.
I can be whatever I want to be.
Such a great man. I just really, the one that pops into my mind is when we went from Gwinnett to Norfolk. And you know how in AAA, like sometimes you don't get the rooms available like that night. So you have to get in. So we got in, no rooms were available. So all of us were just sleeping in the hotel lobby, just sleeping on the floor. And people are walking in and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of my favorite that I could share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off air, I'm just curious. I want to share a few stories. I think I know some other stories that you've had.
I hope so.
Yeah, I
hope so.
I can, you know what?
If you did your research, you probably have some good ones.
You've had an interesting road. And I got to say one thing. With the Rays, I don't know what it was. Every time I played the Rays, you guys just kicked our ass all the time. There was a certain style. So you're laughing because you knew it was true at the time. What I've really been impressed with you is there's a certain style that kind of fits with what the Rays. Could you maybe just talk about maybe of the steps of where you've gone on your journey of what you've picked up? Because one thing that I always valued, which maybe isn't a developmental skill, but it's winning.
Yeah.
And I think in Tampa, that was something that I remember. They're like, hey, we're trying to get better. But also, how do we get better? We learn how to win games in any situation. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah, they preach, and that's something I truly believe in. Like, you have to learn how to win. You can't just go through the minor leagues being very individualized and strictly focus on your development and then expect to go to the big leagues and then win. You know, that's something where it has to be groomed and it has to be in you as you develop as a player in the minor leagues to get to the big leagues, and then everything's about winning. So with the Rays, that was the biggest thing. I remember our old school farm director, Mitch Lukovich, used to say all the time, when we played the Yankees, when we played the Red Sox, any team in the division, like if it's basketball, whatever it is, like we got to kick their ass.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. And that's something where it's just a pure competition standpoint of it. So that's something that, I believe pretty hardly in.
I had your buddy Stephen Vogt on last year. So Voter, when I wasn't trying to ask about the last year's team. I guess it was the year prior. It wasn't about identity. And he goes, I don't care what our identity was. It's a new team. But one thing that has to stay the same, we have to find a way.
Yep.
We have to find a way to win. And you got to have fun with it. I mean, your relationship's fun to watch. I mean, I know you're throwing seeds.
Yeah.
You're willing to give it back. You look like, I know the accent. Some people could think you could be mistaken for like a mobster. But you also
appreciate that.
you're welcome. Hey,
Got to keep people on their toes.
the intimidating factor.
Right.
Yeah. But you seem like a guy that genuinely just enjoys being in the clubhouse, on the field, in the dugout. And I think that's a part that I saw that shines through. Is that a way that you would describe yourself?
Yeah, I love baseball. Like, I think that's like the biggest thing is like people that are in this game, especially everyone calls me a lifer, you know, but like I love baseball and I love everything about it, the good, the bad. But more importantly, it's when you're around the boys in the clubhouse and like you get that energy going, like there's no better feeling when you go out into a game because like baseball is so unpredictable. And if you go into it without just having pure joy for the game, it's really tough to go out and compete and also deal with the, when you have struggles. So for me, it's just the pure joy of the game. And that's something that's never going to leave me. I find it, and being in the dugout, watching the guys play, like the best part of the job.
We want to talk about the good times, right? That's when things are fun. It's when you go through the worst of it is where you kind of find the true colors.
Yep.
Last year, I think, was a bumpy road in Cleveland. And then you guys got red hot down the stretch.
Yep.
Could you explain a little bit, maybe, because I want people to understand more about you, at least from what I've seen.
Okay.
Is a lot of people were counting out the Guardians because of, all right, you're dealing with, there's some investigations going on. You lose some players. You're dealing with injuries just like every team. The Tigers are humming early on.
Mm-hmm.
You're struggling. Then you guys went on a bender down the stretch and went on a 12 or 13, 12 or 13. Well, it was a heater, bender, all of it.
Yeah.
Can you maybe describe what it was and what maybe the focus and mindset was through the tough times? Because it's not a matter of if teams are going to struggle, it's a when.
Right.
And I think last year, it's a reminder that this game's really hard. In Baltimore, people figured that out. But could you maybe just shed some light of what you saw and what made that special? Because you were a part of that blueprint that helped turn it around there in Cleveland.
Yeah, the biggest thing, I say this all the time, it's all about the boys, the players. And it's such a resilient group. And for us to have like an Austin Hedges with that veteran leadership, like to be there, has won a World Series. Then you have Jose Ramirez, where it doesn't matter who we're playing, Jose's going to do what he does. And he's going to play the game hard, and he's going to play the game right. And then you have Stephen Kwan as well, very similar. So when you have those three guys, and then you just have that us against the world attitude, and it's not something that Vody preaches or anything like that, or the organization. It's just like the players just have that in them. And when you go through those hard times, you realize you just have to play today's game. Go out, try to figure out how to win today, and then just keep on stacking good days and good days. And like, be honest with you, as we're going through it, like this is a daunting task to even get into the postseason. But the guys, the messaging from Vody, the players, they literally just took it one day at a time. It's such a cliche adage, but it rings so true in this game because we play 162 games. You can't look at you playing a game in April and look at a game in August. Like you literally have to play the game in front of you. And that's something that we did really well down that stretch. And then also, you know how it is when you get on a heater and everyone's feeling good, you just want to keep it rolling. And it's almost like, when's the next game? When's the next game? You want to keep it going. And that was something that was felt throughout the clubhouse.
It was. And that was fun to watch. I'm a baseball guy. Like people were saying, well, Ryan, you like seeing what Cleveland's doing. I'm like, I like seeing teams win and have fun and the energy and the story. And you were part of the story, and I'm jacked up because of everything and people that I've talked to, my sources. I don't like saying per sources or my sources. My sources that everyone I talk to, like Craig's great. He goes, he loves the guys. He's a baseball lifer, loves the game. He's got a hell of a Boston accent that you are going to love. I can't pronounce things that you can. Maybe you can teach me some words.
Yeah, I could teach you a little bit. Yeah.
Are you a seafood guy though? We're working on that.
I mean, obviously growing up in Massachusetts, yes, but when you play in the minor leagues and you're in, Montgomery, Alabama or Columbus, Georgia, seafood's not really a delicacy there.
Well, you haven't gotten sushi at one of the seafood markets or the grocery stores there?
I have.
Okay, well, so I remember I was in West Virginia and I got some sushi in West Virginia in a town that you probably no one's ever heard of.
Was it Princeton, West Virginia? Been there.
Yeah. You been there?
Yeah.
See, these are places that, these kids nowadays, they don't understand, but it builds the character. And the character for you though, is I'm just really excited for you. You have this energy to you. You have this belief, this confidence, the mobster mentality. I wouldn't want to cross you either. Like, I don't know if
I got some friends back home.
you got
know
some
what I
friends.
mean? Yeah. The 3 a.m. friends. You know, those are friends that you can only call at 3
The
a.m.
only friends you call at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You've had opportunities, I know, in the past. You waited for the right one. In your mind, I know you're probably giving me the more straight to it, but it seems like you picked this one specifically because of what Baltimore has. Is that right? You think that Baltimore is the best chance to start your opportunity as a first-year manager?
Yeah, to me, that's definitely a part of it for sure. Like just the team, the city, the front office, like absolutely. But also, you know, where I was at in Cleveland working with that group, like I love working there. You know, you get to work with one of your best friends, get exposed to a lot, develop as a staff member, which is rare in this game. Very few organizations can do that, and Cleveland does that really well. So a lot of it was where I was working and how happy I was.
Yeah.
But then also when you are fortunate enough to talk to other teams, you kind of get the feel of like, okay, can I leave this situation and then take that next step and jump in that situation?
Yeah.
And so for me, Baltimore was, to me, a slam dunk to come.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see you get tossed from your first game too.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I have some minor league ones that are pretty good. Yeah.
You got some good minor league in toss stories.
Not stories. There might be some videos. There might be some videos around.
So is there? Could I? If I'll let you go. But for my own knowledge, you remember like any of these years that you had them? I just for my own.
You can do
purposes.
your own research.
I'll do my own research.
I'll
do my own
Yeah, you got
research.
some people around here
I
that do
know,
that for you.
Yeah, I do all of my. Actually, Zach will find anything, but Craig, I
Zach's
appreciate
on it. Yeah, Zach's got it.
He's on it.
Yeah.
He's on it right there. I appreciate your time.
No,
I
thanks
know
for
you got a
having
lot
me.
going on. Can't wait to see you whoop some ass in Baltimore. It's going to be a tough division. It's going to be a tough American League as always.
Yep.
But I think
Absolutely.
it's going to be a fun journey for you.
It's going
I'm
to be
excited
fun.
to see you
Thank
do
you.
it.
I appreciate that.
Thanks,
Thank
Craig.
you. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Staying busy first time around?
And we'll be back in just a moment. What are you doing?
Just want to, pop in. Firm handshake.
Bro, every baseball player has like a vice grip handshake.
Also, I just want to point out, I nailed it. Shoe game, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. So, strongest handshake I've ever gotten was from Gunnar. Gunnar Henderson has the strongest handshake I've ever experienced in my life.
That's a good one.
I mean, Cal has a pretty strong handshake, but it's a 65-year-old baseball handshake.
Yeah.
Gunnar,
It's not in its prime.
yeah, it's not a prime handshake, but Gunnar definitely has a strong handshake for sure.
That interview was awesome.
That was great. Albernaz,
I got friends.
just feels like one of us, Just
Yeah.
feels like one of us.
Hey, I'm excited. I feel
Me
like
too.
this is going to be a fun era in Baltimore Orioles baseball. And I mean, you heard some of it here. Also, I do love I don't know what stories I can tell here. About the minor leagues and Major League Baseball.
Well, the old minor leagues, because like the minor leagues now today is just
Yes.
way different because the players actually get treated way better than
Yeah.
they did. There's no crazy
Players get
bus
treated the way
ride.
they should.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely was not the case.
No,
Definitely not the case.
who were we talking to that was it God, was it Markakis that gave us the story about the bus that like got opened up like a
No,
tuna
okay.
can? O'Day, yeah, I knew it was a former Oriole. That was crazy.
Also, real fast, shout out Johnny and the Orioles creative team over here, just doing fantastic work as always.
Yeah, they're just chilling. I see Rockabacco over there. I don't know if he's waiting to come on or what he's doing, but
We actually have, I think, the entire Baltimore Orioles beat writer staff over
and their
here from
PR.
every publication is currently hanging
well,
out.
that's because Albie's here. But yeah, well, then I see Who else we got? We got Jen, the Orioles PR staff.
Yep.
Nate, who's awesome, was able to get us
me
the
and
connection.
gonna say me and Andy sat a few rows apart this morning at 6:50 a.m.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you did say that. So that was great. We're gonna, Ryan's over here building relationships as always with Craig
This is why
Albernaz.
we bring him.
We do have our next interview getting ready to come up here as well.
Yep. There we go. Just manager shooting the shit right now.
Yeah. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening.
Yeah, I was gonna say our current guests and our most recent guests are now going up.
There we go.
Right to it. I got it.
This is so much happening right now.
How we doing?
I'm good. How
Yep.
you guys doing?
Oh, we're hanging.
Excited to do this. You guys are dressed nice. Wow.
Okay, so I'm wearing all black today. That
That's
was
normally what I do because it's slimming.
it is slimming.
Yeah.
Slimming.
Like you need help with that.
See, so you're saying I look good?
You
See,
look.
I knew,
You look good.
I appreciate
You
that.
definitely look good.
Don't tell him that.
So, Derek, before we talk about managerial, and I think I want. There's a lot of questions I have, but one question I got to have, because we talked about this last night.
Right.
You got a relationship with Uncle Bill.
Yep.
Ripken. Can you share one story?
Yeah. So I'll share. And we talked a little bit about this last night. So in 2019, I grew up an Oriole fan.
Yeah.
And as I told you last night, your dad was the guy in our house, both my brother and I. And I love your Uncle Billy. So he did a thing for MLB TV where he did the life of the bench coach, the life of a hitting coach. He did Ron Washington, which I actually think was the best episode.
Yeah.
He went in. So he came to my house. He showed up at 5:30 at my house in spring training. We drove in together. We spent the day together. But that year I was running a team defense and was being a little directive about it. And he had a mic on and he asked the producer to turn his mic off, and he came over and he said probably one of the coolest and most impactful things that's happened in my career. He's like, my dad, and I'm going to be clean here. He said, my dad would have loved that. He said, Senior would have loved the way you were running that drill. And he said, never lose that. And I think the thing I told you last night is I felt like maybe over the course of the 6 years in Pittsburgh, I lost it a little bit. And I got that energy back. But the fact that your uncle said it because of what he means to me, and the fact that he said it about your dad was really impactful for me. And Billy actually called me about a month and a half ago just to check in on me, see how I was doing. I think he said something in regards to like the game needs people like you. So that's extremely impactful for me because I love the way he looks at the game.
I still think he's the best teacher of the Ripken family. Sorry, Calvin. He had a great career. I think he's got the best of the Ripken family for career. I think that's going to be hard to beat. But I think Bill, when talking about the game, explaining the game, it's a lot of senior-esque in him, and he loves it. And
He does
passionate,
love it,
and he's
yeah.
a great communicator with that. Maybe not off the field when it comes to answering texts and phone calls, but on the field.
But you're not
with the
hurt at
play-
all by that.
No, not at all.
You're not affected by it.
He did say, "Yo, my bad. Call me tomorrow," and that was tomorrow was 2 weeks after I had texted him.
Right.
So, but you just said about you got away from maybe some things in Pittsburgh. I think people underestimate how hard it is to try to manage. And I think people devalue the position because you guys actually are trying to keep a unit together, build confidence, having Craig on, talking about the unity in the locker room, but you're setting the tone and the fundamentals. What's one thing in your mind you said that you're excited to get back to here?
I think the
with
biggest
Minnesota?
thing is in today's game, you have conversations, whether it's with players, but specifically with players or front office people, and like what you say and what they hear may be two different things.
Yeah.
So it's the big have the conversation, but then follow up and make sure what you said was what they heard. Because players get in different situations and emotionally they may not be in the right place when you say something. And then you think like, oh, I had a very clear message. I think it becomes clear when you send guys down. Sometimes as soon as you say like, hey, we're optioning you, everything else turns off. And then, you feel like you give a really good answer of like, hey, you need to work on this, this, and this. And then they get to AAA and, well, what did Shelty say? Well, not much really. And you're like, whoa, hold on, we missed. So I think the follow-up conversation, what's really important.
Focusing on the communication side.
Yes.
What we expect. Understand that it's a business. It's not trying to be personal. But here's ways that we want you to get better. Because if you get better, it's going to help all of us here. And we're trying to help
100%.
you better. But it's a results-driven business, right? With anything. Team doesn't play well. Reality is, I say in Baltimore last year with Hyder in the situation, reality is team loses games, someone loses their job. That's the way it is. I know that's things that you went through.
Right.
Sometimes it's easier to work with or not work with. Some players, if they're so damn talented, you don't have to do anything. Maybe over the years, like Paul Skeens, by the way, like I don't know if you really got to say anything to Paul. Paul's going to go out there and do his thing, throw 100 miles an hour and throw 92, whatever the sinker splitter thing that he has, and that's going to be terrifying. But some of the other players, so like with Minnesota, you have some core pieces, guys that have been veterans and been around, but then you have other guys that are trying to build that confidence. What's a way that maybe you try to focus on getting that out of them? Because I do think baseball's gotten so analytical, and I think analytics have a huge part in the game. But the teaching and the coaching, there's still development at the big league level that needs to happen.
Right. And I think that goes back to the story I told you about your Uncle Billy, is at times you can get caught up in a lot of other things, but we have to realize the game is played by human beings. In the game, as much as we want to script out the game, there's a function of things that happen within the game that change the best laid plans. And then sometimes, hell, you do the best laid plans and guys don't perform. Or maybe a guy hits a homer or doesn't make a pitch. So I think we have to remember that. And that's why it goes back to guys are getting to the big leagues so much faster. Like you talk about, you grew up with your dad and your uncle and your grandfather, like the Oriole way. Like that was the genesis of fundamentals. The Cardinals were known for it for a long time. The Twins were known for it. They played small ball. They did a lot of things. I think one of the things we're going to talk about is making sure those fundamentals come back. And it's funny, when your uncle called me, it kind of sparked in me a little bit, some reflection of like, hey, I got to make sure that when I get my next job, that we are focusing on these things.
It's very overlooked that you think that there's finished products in the big leagues.
Not anymore. Just doesn't happen.
They're not. I mean,
No.
that's what I say with the Orioles guys. The Orioles never lack talent with the guys that they have. You go and watch that group. People are frustrated because, well, why aren't these talented players succeeding? It's because they're being rushed. You're facing the best of the best, and you're going to fail. Even if you figure it out, you're going to fail, and that's a hard thing when you go from how quickly you go through the system to the jumping on the fly. Not only for the Orioles case last year, it's like, oh, hey, by the way, you got to win, and you guys got to be the reason why we win. And that's the minor league side change it. The minor leagues are supposed to prepare you for the bigs, but moving quicker changes. Mentioned minor leagues. You got a minor league story. I got two things for you before you go. Minor league story throughout the years. Things have changed.
Yes.
I've heard a lot of minor league stories. Darren O'Day was telling me about his bus driver back in the day had some issues, had some addiction issues, and was off his stuff. And he underestimated an overpass.
Ooh.
Took the top of the bus off when they were on the bus. There's been a lot of bus stories. I'm curious, does yours involve a bus, or do you have something else in mind that you could share?
I'm going to say bus story. This was a year I was in Greensboro. Our bus driver forgot to shut the bottom of the bus. So we were driving through the mountains in North Carolina, and there were bags everywhere on the side of the road. So yeah, that would involve. And then I have another one. We were in the Florida State League, which is close, which was good. And the clubby forgot all of our bats. So we didn't have a bat bag. So we had to, now thankfully we were close enough. We had to cancel BP, but we had no bats. So, but I think the first one was driving, and then all of a sudden you just hear a lot of thud, 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 thud. Somebody looked out and there was all our bags. So there was a lot of retrieval going going on that way. I do have another really good
Please.
one, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay away from who this was. But
Yeah.
the year that I played in Oneonta, upstate New York, we played in the
Just so I can hear it a little bit more. You mind moving it?
Yeah. We play in the Cooperstown game, and we did not play well. And we were driving home, and our manager was so mad that he made the bus driver pull over on the side of the road so he could take a leak because he was so pissed he wouldn't even walk to the back of the bus. So there we are on the 2-lane roads leading to and from Cooperstown, pulled over on the side of the road. So yeah,
because he didn't want to walk back and see.
no,
any
he
of
was
your guys?
he was so mad, so
Was
mad.
that bad of a game, huh?
I didn't. Well, we didn't think of that, was it? Evidently, he did. I mean, that's the joy of the minor leagues. Like, I mean, the minor leagues is great. I mean,
It's the camaraderie with it.
Yeah.
The one
and I
thing
think we miss that now. I don't think, you don't play cards as much. You don't play the name game where you're ending with someone's name and going back. Everybody's on their iPad or their phones.
this has changed, probably for the better. But back in the day, I knew some certain individuals, may or may not have been in my family, that they thought working out and having a beer while they worked out, that recharged them. Is that, I think, analytically or scientifically, that might be debunked. But that guy ended up playing 2,632 straight games, so he thought maybe a little Bud Heavy was doing him some good.
I love that. I when I was in Cleveland as the hitting coach, one day I had a player come to me after a game, and he struggled, threw up an 0 for 5 with 3 punch, and he had a 6-pack of beer, and we went to the cage and we drank the whole 6-pack. Now, me throwing at the end of that was a little bit hairy. I don't know if you'd want to be in the box, but we got some stuff figured out. At least we thought we did when we went home that night.
Well, I think you just try to get out of your head.
Yeah.
I think that's half the game. Get people out of their head, put them in a better frame of mind, build a relationship, and then see what happens. And I think just talking to you, getting to know you a little bit. I hope I get to want to come down to training.
Let's
go.
Come
down and see you in action.
I would love that.
Okay, so
I would love that. Yes,
that works.
100%.
And then maybe you can tell me some of these other stories that are a little more explicit off the air.
We can do that. We'll just I got a great house. We come to the house and
We'll have a 6-pack of beer.
We'll have a 6-pack of beer and grill steaks and kind of go that way.
I'm a beer guy. I do like my tequila, but I digress.
We can do whatever you want. Okay. Maybe we get your uncle down.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe he'll respond to a text. We're calling him out right now. We're calling him out.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to see him in a couple of weeks. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send him this clip here, send it right to him.
I love
contacts. And had a great conversation with your friend. That's it. And then I'm going to have him see if he actually watched the clip.
I love that. So
great. All right, Derek. Appreciate you taking time.
I look forward to you coming down.
Thank you.
See you. Thank you.
Hey, good to see you again.
Appreciate it. I would love to
Yeah, we'll be taking him up on that offer.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, it comes through. We were supposed to actually go to Ken's house, Griffey, but he also pulled a Billy Ripken and has not responded to the text. But apparently, Ken Griffey Jr. is quite the barbecue enthusiast.
Yeah,
he likes to grill. So he was like, "Yeah, when you guys are down in Orlando, like, I'll grill us up something." And we have not heard from him, unfortunately.
Where did we hear? Isn't Ken Griffey Jr. is just doing side quests?
Well, grilling is typical dad.
Yeah, but doesn't he?
Hobby.
I think
he's also a photographer, obviously.
Yeah,
a lot of people know.
I think he has like his own brand
of grilling products.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw somewhere he had his own brand for something.
But yeah, so sorry for the quick transition there between Albernaz and our most recent guest. But if you guys didn't know, that was Derek Shelton, former manager of the Pirates and now current manager of the Minnesota Twins. Great guy. We were at dinner last night and came across him, and I don't think that'll be the last time we hear from Derek.
No, we got too many stories to hear.
Yeah.
He's already teasing the story, so we got to get him back on. I will say it always involves a bus.
It does. I'm trying to think about my favorite one, but I still think Buck Showalter's bus story was my favorite bus story.
No, I was gonna say, especially because once you hear all the guys that were on that bus, that went on to be like either Hall of Fame managers or players, and you're like, and everyone was just putting their trust in Buck Showalter trying to drive this bus up a mountain.
Right. You guys.
Such is life on live TV. Sports. Hey.
Sorry. So we're going to Minnesota. Fort Myers.
Oh, okay.
We're going to Fort Myers for spring training.
I'm here for that.
Derek's awesome.
Yeah.
Great energy.
Yeah,
great
we were
guy.
just talking about that.
You know, the one thing when I look at this, the two managers that we got to talk to. So if you're new to this channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. We're live at the winter meetings. Hey, how you doing? But the impact of creating relationships. And I know it didn't work out the way that Derek wanted it in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And there's other issues there. But I think people are wondering about what type of individual he is. How does he manage? And I love the fact that he even admitted to saying, like, I went away from things that I think would make me a better manager. And it's about relationships. It's about fundamentals. And in this game nowadays, regardless of what you think about how good a player is or not, at the core of every good team, you have to be fundamentally sound. So I think for the Baltimore Orioles and for any team, like, I'm curious how the Twins play baseball this year. Specifically,
I am too, because they blew up everything.
Yeah.
And we still don't know about Buxton.
There's a lot of unknowns.
A lot of question marks here.
There's a lot of unknowns that are going to happen here. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But also then talking to Craig Albernaz, Albie explaining his style and how much he loves baseball. I think if you're an Oriole fan, I hope that gets you excited that this dude wants to just work.
Yeah.
And also he likes to work when things aren't going well either.
Right.
There's a confidence, but there's the demeanor to him when I said, like, hey, he's going to be in your corner, but also you can sense he's going to call you out.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to hold you accountable because we're trying to win. And I wanted him to bring up his Rays history because I thought that was really important. Learning how to win. This Orioles team, they've won a lot, so they know the blueprint is there. It's in there. Now they need to be shown the path. And I think Craig's going to do that. I really do. Now, if they add a pitcher or two or three or some guys, I think everyone will feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So time will tell. I'm excited, and I'm also excited to have each and every one of you guys on. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show, we are live here at the winter meetings. We've already been rolling for hour and 40.
Yeah.
Hour and 35.
Yep.
How are we feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I think it might be a good time to take a break.
Take a little break. Until then, we're going to take a break, and you know what's going to happen after the break?
Line up some.
There's going to be a breaking news.
Yeah, there's
You
going to
already
be.
know it.
Yeah, right.
So if you guys are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Channel members, the good kids, the better kids, appreciate you. Am I missing anything else for right now?
Nope.
All right, I'm going to put my jacket back on to hide a little bit of the black on black just for a little bit of time.
I don't think you need to. The black
No?
and black's fine. It's
I
perfect.
look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some say it looks slimming, Zach.
I hate when people lie to your face.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we going.
You guys are good kids. All right. Well, on that note, do you hit the music or we?
No,
good?
we're not gonna hit music.
All right. Well, hey.
Hey, thanks for
We'll be
thanks for
back.
tuning in, guys. We'll probably be back. This probably won't be the last time we're live today. Just putting that
We
out.
might, and if news breaks, we'll be right back here.
Turn those noties on.
And hit that subscribe and click that join and click that like. And hey, how you doing? That's all we got here. Be good, be safe. See you in about 20 minutes when the breaking news happens.